Benny the bear lived with his mother in a cozy cave. The cave was nestled beneath the roots of a giant oak tree. Benny loved his home, but he was a very curious bear cub. He always wanted to explore.
One sunny morning, Benny peeked out of his cave. The forest looked so inviting. Sunbeams danced between the leaves. Birds sang happy songs. Benny felt a thrill of excitement. "Mama," he called, "can I go exploring today?"
Benny's mother smiled warmly at him. "Stay close to the path, Benny," she reminded him, "and be back before sunset." Benny promised he would. He scampered out of the cave and into the bright forest.
Benny took a deep breath of the fresh forest air. It smelled like pine needles and damp earth. He felt so happy to be out exploring. He couldn't wait to see what he would find. He started down the familiar path, his little heart thumping with anticipation.
Benny followed the path past familiar berry bushes and towering trees. He recognized the scent of rabbits and squirrels he knew from his past adventures. But soon the path took a turn. Benny found himself in a part of the forest he had never seen before. The trees here grew closer together. The air felt cool and still. Strange and beautiful flowers bloomed by the path. Benny had never seen flowers like these before. They were blue and purple, shaped like trumpets.
Benny reached out a paw to touch a petal gently. He wondered who lived in this part of the forest. Would he make a new friend today? Benny hoped so. He continued down the path, his curiosity growing with every step.
A tiny grey bird with a bright red breast flitted onto a branch in front of him. It tilted its head and looked at Benny with curious eyes.
Benny smiled. "Hello," he whispered. The bird chirped and flew deeper into the woods. Benny decided to follow it.
The little grey bird led Benny deeper and deeper into the woods. The air grew cooler, and the sound of rushing water filled the air. Benny followed the sound until he came to a clearing. A wide, sparkling river rushed through the middle of the clearing, its water shining like a ribbon in the sunlight.
Benny gasped. He had never seen so much water before. He cautiously approached the riverbank, his paws sinking into the soft mud. He leaned down to take a closer look at the rushing water. It looked so cool and inviting.
Suddenly, the bank gave way beneath his paws. Benny tumbled headfirst into the river with a surprised yelp. He splashed around, trying to find his footing. The current was strong, but Benny was a strong swimmer. He paddled to the shore, shaking the water from his fur.
Benny laughed. Getting wet wasn't so bad after all. He felt happy and refreshed. He knew he would have to tell his mother all about his unexpected swim.
Benny continued his exploration, his fur still damp from his swim. He wandered through a field of wildflowers, their sweet scent filling the air. Soon, he came to a meadow buzzing with activity. Bees zoomed from flower to flower, their tiny wings humming. In the middle of the meadow stood a beehive, its surface shimmering gold in the sunlight. Benny had never seen a beehive up close before. He cautiously approached, curious about the busy bees and their golden home.
"Hello?"
Hello yourself. Welcome to our meadow. We're busy making honey. Would you like to try some?
Benny nodded eagerly. The bee led him to the hive and offered him a taste of the sweet golden honey. Benny licked his lips. It was delicious. He thanked the bee for the treat and for teaching him about their busy lives. As the sun began to set, casting long shadows across the forest floor, Benny realized how far he had wandered. He felt a pang of worry. His mother had told him to be home before sunset. He hurried along the path, hoping to find his way back to the familiar part of the woods. Just when Benny started to feel lost and afraid, he spotted a pair of glowing eyes peering at him from a tree branch. As he got closer, he realized it was an owl, its feathers the color of tree bark, and its gaze wise and steady.
"Excuse me, I'm lost. Can you help me find my way home?"
Follow me.
The owl hooted softly and swiveled its head to look at Benny. Spreading its wings and taking flight, the owl led Benny along a path bathed in the soft moonlight. Benny followed closely behind, grateful for the owl's guidance. Benny's heart filled with relief with each step. Finally, Benny saw the familiar clearing that led to his home. His forest friends were gathered, waiting for him.
Benny, you're back. Tell us about your adventure.
Yeah, what did you see?
"Oh, I saw so much. I swam in the river, tasted honey from a beehive, and even got help from a wise old owl to find my way back home."
Benny's friends listened eagerly, their eyes wide with wonder. Benny felt proud and happy to share his adventure, knowing he had friends who cared about him. As he nestled into his cozy spot, Benny realized that the best part of any adventure was coming home to share it with those you love.